The lone trucker drove through the foggy midnight hour, his headlights slicing through the darkness as he approached a dimly lit diner. The neon sign flickered faintly, spelling out "Eat" in shaky, blinking letters. He pulled into the parking lot, the engine humming softly as he stepped out into the cool, eerie silence of the night. Inside, the diner was eerily deserted, save for a single waitress who seemed to appear out of nowhere. She looked up from behind the counter, her eyes blinking oddly in the dim light as she greeted him with a crooked smile. Without a word, she served him a plate of raw meat that seemed to pulse and writhe on the plate. His stomach churned, yet he couldn't look away as the meat twitched under his gaze. Suddenly, the jukebox crackled to life, playing a haunting melody that sounded oddly familiar. The voice on the jukebox was unmistakable. It was his dead wife's voice singing softly, lamenting lost love and endless nights. He froze, feeling a cold sweat break out as her voice echoed through the darkened diner. He looked around desperately, but the place appeared unchanged, haunted by an unseen presence. He reached for the restroom door, feeling a strange pull of dread, and stepped inside. The mirror above the sink reflected a grotesque image of his face, rotting and decayed as if he was already dead. He stumbled back, his heart pounding fiercely, as the mirror showed him decomposing into nothingness. His reflection flickered, then disappeared, replaced by a darkened hallway filled with shadows. He pressed on, compelled to find refuge, and entered the kitchen where he noticed the fridge door was ajar. Inside, an endless highway stretched on forever, with headlights flickering in the distance and distant roadside signs flickering ominously. He felt an inexplicable urge to enter the fridge, as if drawn into that endless road. The door suddenly swung open wider by itself, revealing the endless highway inside, beckoning him to step through. He hesitated for a moment, then the truck outside started up by itself, engine roaring as if alive. A whisper emanated from the vehicle, softly urging him to drive forever, a chilling command he couldn't ignore. Terrified, he turned to run, but the diner seemed to stretch and warp around him, swallowing the space. The walls pulsated like living flesh, closing in to trap him within its haunted grip. He glimpsed his reflection in a broken mirror on the wall. It was no longer him, but a rotting shadow of himself. The waitress's eyes glowed faintly, and they whispered in unison, "Stay with us forever." The jukebox screeched wildly, then went silent, leaving an oppressive hush in the dark diner. The highway inside the fridge distorted reality, pulling at his very soul, promising an endless journey of torment. His feet felt rooted to the floor as the outside world faded into darkness and despair. The truck's engine kept humming, beckoning him to the eternal road that stretched beyond comprehension. He tried to scream, but only a gurgling sound escaped as he realized he was already trapped in the diner's nightmare. The walls began to dissolve, revealing nothing but swirling blackness and the faint glow of headlights, forever approaching. The diner itself seemed to breathe, its heartbeat echoing in his ears as he understood he was forever imprisoned inside. Outside, the endless highway on the fridge beckoned, an infinite ribbon of asphalt glowing under a blood-red sky. He felt his consciousness slipping away, pulled into that infinite road where nothing ever changed. He could feel the presence of the dead wife, her voice whispering promises of reunion and eternal night. The neon sign flickered one last time, spelling out "Eat" in a dying glow as the darkness consumed everything. In that haunted, endless space, the trucker was no more, swallowed whole by the mysterious, haunting stories he unwittingly entered. The diner, the highway, and the restless spirits all whispered, waiting for the next lost soul to arrive.